Hello. There's a level of peace and stillness within you, in your center, that is also immensely powerful and strong and beautiful and loving and really all-encompassing. Yet there are these parts, these layers that are around it that tend to be more loud, more strident. Yet when you give yourself the time, the gift of just taking a few breaths and relaxing into this strength, this peace, this stillness, this power and love that's in you, in your center, that is who and what you really are. When you give yourself the gift and simply be this, who you are, regardless of what the noisy surface level parts that you feel you may identify with to some degree or fully, although if you're watching this video, most likely you are at the very least aware of this greater part of you already. But just allow the busy mind chatter, external, noisy, chaotic parts, just to let them be, but not being fully identified or engaged with them, not being fully caught up in them. And instead, when you are in this center, this part of you that is, as I say, immensely powerful, strong, yet peaceful and relaxed, loving, aware, and all-encompassing in truth, the more you are able to give yourself, again, just a few moments, a couple of minutes, maybe a few minutes, maybe longer. When you're allowing yourself to be in that, then it will start to expand. And when you're able to practice this just several times a day, when you have a little break in whatever it is you may be doing or engaged in, and certainly when you first get up in the morning and maybe just before you go to bed at night, when you give yourself the gift of these little pauses, these little breaks of relaxing and being who and what you are and feeling that, then it will expand. It does expand. It is expanding. And gradually, at first, and then as it becomes more in your awareness, this strength, this power, this peace begins to be more prominent, more prevalent in your experience, in your life. And the noise from all of the external concerns and all of the internal mind chatter, the racing mind on the hamster wheel, ego, worries and concerns and all of that, start to recede. And make no mistake, at least at first, they will come back and jump back into the forefront. But gradually, even if and when they do, this greater awareness of you, this greater beingness of you, is more and more present, and you are more and more present, regardless of what all the noisy parts or the little concerns and all of that are doing and being, whether that is in yourself or whether it's around you in the outside world. That becomes less of a concern. I mean, it's all there still, yet there is this part, this beingness, this fullness of you that is unfazed by it. And this expands and becomes more and more in the fullness, in the beingness of you. And as that continues, you'll find all things, all of your experience takes on a different appearance, a different feeling. Your relation to it and in it, of it and as it shifts and changes. And I'm sure you feel this, at least to some degree already. And as this happens, as this is, everything starts to adjust and change, and you find this greater sense of not only beingness, but also creation and creativity arising in you, and you feel this greater inspiration and joy that comes out of it in whatever form that will take in you for your unique, beautiful inspiration, creativity, whatever you find exciting, fulfilling, heart-opening. And you'll find yourself more and more drawn and inspired to explore in that, in all of these ways that feel good to you. And the external concerns, again, they're there maybe, but they become less and less of a concern. You just know that you have the ability and the power and the strength to address them, take care of them when necessary. And then you also start to realize that maybe some of those are not quite so important as you had originally perceived them to be or thought. And those ones will just start to kind of fade away. And overall in this journey, you find yourself becoming more and more and being more and more of who you really are, what you really are. And this sense of peace and stability and harmony and joy and love and connection, oneness with others and with all, increases and expands, and you find yourself remembering, recognizing and realizing more and more of yourself. And it only expands and gets better from there, as it is already happening for you. So enjoy this and keep it up. You are really being and becoming you. I see you next time. Love you.